Almost Sunday podcast. Eli Cron, Lucas Kloss. No Joel today because he's on some sort of voyage, you could say, to Montreal. So no son of Mendel. But we got the Rain Man. He back. And this time, Rain, there's no selling our ASTDP, okay? Okay?
I'll try my hardest.
No Troy Franklin. Give us a promise.
Yep. Troy Franklin's back in, so
We hit last week. JSN, Josh Jacobs, Devon A-Chan. Go. Okay. Rain, out of curiosity, who were your Super Bowl picks preseason? Did you have any?
I mean, I didn't lock anything in. Like, there's no pen to paper answer, but I probably would have said Rams and Chiefs before the season.
Okay, I did Bills beating the Rams, and I gotta say, it's kind of looking like that. This is the matchup. Honestly, Patriots are there. I get it, but listen, no Lamar, no Mahomes, no Burrow. If Allen doesn't make the Super Bowl, like that is an all-time fuck up. Like they need to get there. I don't care that they're probably going to be a wild card team. They need to get there.
The Bills aren't doing it. I got the Patriots. I've said it since the beginning. My Super Bowl picks: Patriots versus the Lions.
So, Rain, I'll let you in on a little something here in case you missed last episode. I gave the option to all of us if anyone wants to cowardly abandon their preseason Super Bowl picks, and Eli stuck with the Lions, but he jumped off Bills and took the Pats. Cowardly.
Smart man, I must say.
Thank you.
But it's cowardly.
It is cowardly. It 100% is cowardly, but as of right now, if I were to lock in a pick from the AFC, it probably would be the Patriots.
Thank you.
Well,
Lucas gave me an option. He gave me an option, and I took it. I don't think I should be labeled as a coward. I think I should be labeled as a genius.
I mean, it's not. Well, genius is one way to put it. It's not the boldest take.
Yeah, I'm taking the 1 seed. After analyzing everything, I think the 1 seed has a pretty good chance.
They're a sleeper, I'm telling you.
Crazy idea here, the Patriots.
Yeah, like all right,
dark horse.
And I took Bills over Rams. I'm feeling good. Especially Stafford wins MVP, little MVP curse, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's look at our overall picks here. I had a good week, 9 right last week. That puts me at 129. Joel and Eli, not good. Joel had a 6-win week. He is in second at 127, which is crazy. Eli, you were in first for so long. You've fallen off like head first off a cliff here. You're only 5 correct picks last week. You're at 124.
I know.
What's going on, buddy?
I'm not happy with it. I can't hit the picks right now. I'm fire on the spreads, but I just can't hit the picks. I think I'm trying to thread the needle too much, and it's causing some interference right now. So I think I'm going to go back to the basics and go heavy favorites.
Let's look at the spreads. You had a 7-win week. Not bad. You're at 104. Good thing you have a healthy lead. I had a 9-win week in spreads.
Damn.
So I'm at 101. Joel, 4-win week.
I think he forgot to make a bunch of picks.
Oh yeah, he's missing 5.
Yeah.
Hello, wake up, buddy. Didn't you miss one as well? Yeah, you missed Thursday.
I missed the Thursday nighter. Yeah.
You're literally saying on the pod, you were like, "You guys aren't catching up unless I miss a bunch of picks, and I'm not going to." This is Thursday right away.
But that's one pick, right? A little gaff here and there is fine.
So Joel's in last at 94. He's 10 behind you, so he doesn't really have a chance to catch up. Game of touchdowns time. I was trying to play the turtle wins the race game, but you still got to hit your picks, and Ferguson didn't get in. Brutal. And Joel, after getting Tesla in the end zone a week before, was like, I'm going to go big again. And he goes, JSN, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, that hit. So Joel is at 159 and a half for game of touchdowns, and you also swung for the fences and went Seahawks defense / special teams, which also got you 65 points. So you're at 100.5, and I'm in dead last by a mile with 56.
That was a big one. That was a big catch-up play by me there. I was out of the game. You guys were laughing at me all the time. I was like, I just need one big one to go through. And those odds for his defensive touchdown for the Seahawks just felt way too good. So easy money.
That's brutal. I'm gonna go last because I have just My confidence is completely shot. Rain Man, let's start with you. Game of touchdowns, 10 to win whatever. Who you got?
I'm betting on one of the best wide receivers in the NFL who has had such a down year. I feel so bad for this guy, but you can only hold a player like this out of the end zone for so long. I'm going with Justin Jefferson at 10 to win $27. Listen, it's not pretty. I know, right? You're never going to find this value again for Justin Jefferson in another season. He is just too good. And last week, I took him in my own bets, and J.J. McCarthy goes out and throws for 3 touchdowns. They win 31-0. Yeah, he throws 2 touchdowns to Josh Oliver and 1 to T.J. Hawkinson. I thought it was a smash spot against the Commanders. This is an absolute smash spot against the Cowboys. Their defense is atrocious. It's getting a little bit better, but they still can't defend the pass. And JJ under the lights, the best players come out to play on Sunday night, and JJ, I think, will get it done.
I like it. I've also seen you have success betting against Dallas' defense before. The classic Ted McMillan to get his first TD. I love it. I'm gonna have to stick that in some parlays, man. That's so juicy.
I mean, how many touchdowns does he have this year? Like 1 or 2? It's so disappointing that
McCarthy's so bad.
It doesn't feel great, but come on, you have to take this if it's on the table.
Yeah, I like it. There's value, Eli.
I like your logic on it. It makes sense. The Oliver sniped 2 touchdowns. You got to think Jefferson gets one this game, but where I fall short is McCarthy. Can he throw 3 touchdowns a game? I don't think he can, even if it's a Dallas defense that's not as great as others. I just don't trust 9 like you do. 9 is a bag of shit.
Don't say 9.
And but he's being referred to these days. And so yeah, my problem lies with 9. So I'm out. Sorry, man.
All right there.
But someone I think you guys will both love right now, and our audience at home. This guy has 5 touchdowns in the last 4 games. He's scorching hot. I'm going with Christian Watson. All right. $10 to win 21 on this one here. And I need to make up some ground here. I think this is playing it safe, but it's a good value here. I just like how he's been balling out lately. Green Bay is really fired up right now. They're firing all cylinders. And even if Pat Surtain covers him, I'm not worried at all. This guy is on a generational heater right now. He's going to score no problem.
Yeah, I hate that a lot. Doesn't really get he gets deep passes, but against Denver, I don't like that one bit. This is going to be a low scoring shitter of a game. I don't see him getting some 5-yard dink and dunk TD. So it has to be a bomb, and people just don't land bombs on this Denver defense. Bunga's back there, Pat Surtain.
They don't scare me, man. 5 touchdowns in the last 4 games. You tell me if that's good.
Yeah, obviously that's good, but it has nothing to do with what I just said.
Thank you.
I believe in not going back to the well unless it's a running back like Josh Jacobs. I think wide receiver touchdowns are a little more matchup dependent. And yeah, lining up across Pat Surtain, you got Jaden Reed back. I know Tucker Kraft's gone, so the volume's been pretty good for him, but I just don't think this is the one. I agree with Lucas. I think it'll probably be a low-scoring game. Broncos defense gets after Jordan Love, and I don't know if he'll have enough time to pick out Christian Watson in the end zone. So it's a no from me.
Yeah,
right.
It has to be
that's fine.
Play, I think.
That's fine.
So I'm way behind. So now I'm hunting. I'm big game hunting. I'm desperate. My confidence is completely shot. I went back and forth in this a lot. And I just think if the Bills are not going to get swept by the Patriots, then Josh Allen has got to put on a cape here. I'm going to take him to get 2 touchdowns, 10 to win 65. You can't really run on the Patriots. They have a really good rush defense, but that's mostly applied to running backs, obviously. And Allen, just get close, get in that end zone. They have a super stout defense. I think he's going to have to make some plays if they have any chance to win this game. Patriots, I kind of just think the Patriots are all way more well-rounded than the Bills, and they're just better. But if he's going to make this close or just upset them, well, I think he actually might be a favorite on the road. But if he's going to get this win, he's going to have to be a hero, rush in 2 touchdowns.
I kind of like it. I mean, yeah, he's got to put on the cape, like you said. I get that logic. I'm down.
Yeah, I mean, at the money that you're getting, it's decent value. It always seems that in these type of games that are like the Bills going up against another top team where it's like a cagey game, it's still going to be probably high scoring, I think, because both teams are solid on offense. But you look at the options. I mean, like the Patriots can shut down the pass, they can shut down the run, and that's usually when Josh Allen, like you said, puts on the cape and does it himself. You always see it, in my opinion, in games against like the Chiefs too. It feels like Allen always scrambles in for one. When all the options are off the table, Allen just does it himself. So I can definitely see him getting 1. 2 will be a hard task to do, but if the Bills win this game, like I think they are supposed to, I think they're the favorite, it's possible. I don't hate it at all. Josh Allen's a monster. He can break through at the 1-yard line against any team. So
he had 53 rushing yards against them in their last matchup, but no rushing touchdowns. So he's got to clutch up here. There
you go.
Division is still there. Still there. You get this win, 1 game behind. Okay. So Joel is not here to make his Sunday spread. And don't tell him I said this, but that might be a good thing. Because recently, not good. Keeps going 2 for 5. I think 3 weeks straight, 4 weeks straight. Did he go 2 for 5 last week?
Since week 10. Since week 10, at least. But yeah, he went 2 for 5 last week.
Seattle. Just the only ones he got were Seattle and the Texans last week. So another 2 for 5. So he's now gone 5 straight weeks, 2 for 5. So I'm taking over this week. I better get more than 2 right. So I'm starting with the 1 o'clock slate here. I got Tampa minus 4.5 versus the Falcons. Kirk sucks. Okay, he's washed. He's donezo. Bucks coming off a pretty embarrassing loss. You lose to one of the worst teams in the league. I get divisional game, but really, Tyler shuck the ball to the other team, beat you. That's not good. Not good. I think Tampa bounces back 4.5. I like it. Packers plus 2.5 at Denver. I think they're going to win this game outright. Denver is on what, a 10-game win streak? I don't know what it is. It's something ridiculous. I think they're due for a loss. They've been playing with fire constantly. They can't even cover the spread against the Raiders. The Packers right now look like they're rounding into Super Bowl form. I didn't think they were contenders, but now especially after losing Tucker Kraft, but with Watson coming back, Reed coming back, that opens up so many more things for the offense. They're actually looking really good. So I think the Packers win this game outright. Give me Jordan Love over Bo Nix, right? Bengals plus 2.5 versus the Ravens. I think they're going to sweep them. The Ravens look broken. They got shit kicked against the Bengals last time they played. They couldn't beat the Steelers. The Steelers suck. They made Aaron Rodgers look like he's MVP again. I don't understand. That's got to be the best performance Rodgers will have the rest of the season. That was just ridiculous. Lamar looks hurt. He looks bad. His decision-making in big games is terrible. I think the Bengals just win it outright. Burrow, he could have had Buffalo. Uncharacteristic bad play by him. Throws the pick 6, comes back, throws another pick. Shame. I would have loved to see him somehow compete for the division, but I think Bengals are going to win this game. Panthers minus 2.5 at the Saints. They already lost to the Saints. Are they going to get swept? I don't think so. Panthers are pretty good. Just run the ball. Run the ball 30 times between Rico Dowdle, Chuba Hubbard. You can beat Tyler Shuck. Just run it. Don't get crazy, Canales. And Cardinals plus 9.5 at the Texans. The Texans just played a super tiring night game against the Chiefs. I think they need a rest. I could see a classic come-down spot here, even if the defense can keep them together, which obviously they can. I think they're the best defense in the league. I don't care about the sack numbers for Denver. I've always said this year, Texans look like the best defense to me. I think it's just 9.5, too much. Their offense is really not that productive. So I think Cardinals could definitely cover a big number here. Okay, Rain Man, what are we liking here? What are we liking? What are we not liking?
Very solid indeed. What I will say about a couple of these are, for one, the Bengals plus 2.5 against the Ravens. First of all, I feel like Lamar always kicks the Bengals' ass. And for second, that the game like this is very volatile in how it could finish. I could see this going a multitude of ways. So it's a short number, which I do like, and I do think the Bengals honestly could come into this game and win. But in the same vein, I could also see the Ravens just like wiping them and getting up early, and Burrow trying to having to play hero and trying to make throws that he can't make, and they just can't find their way back. And all it's going to take is the Ravens to win by 3. But I have a small issue with that one. It's not too bad. The bigger issue I do have, I mean, this could be me as a Bucs fan, not loving the way we're playing, but +4.5 or -4.5 against the Falcons on Thursday night. Baker's not 100%. If they get Mike Evans back, it will be a huge plus, and it does seem like he's going to play. But what I will say is last season, Kirk Cousins, in 2 games he played against the Buccaneers, threw for a combined almost 800 yards, just under 800, 8 touchdowns, and 1 pick. He absolutely decimated the Buccaneers last year. Both games were pretty close. So, whatever happens. But
he's not that guy anymore, though.
Well, I mean, he wasn't even that guy last year. He just shit on the Bucs every time they were on the field against each other. He threw for 500 and 4 touchdowns in the overtime win game. It was actually a joke. So I can't trust the Buccaneers right now, and the Falcons aren't playing for anything, but they might just come out here and Kirk Cousins might just prove that he is the true kryptonite for this team.
A big part of that last game, too, against the Saints is Tyler Shuck got it done with his legs. He only threw for less than 150 yards, I think. But he had a rushing touchdown, and he had 55 yards. Or 2 rushing touchdowns, and he had 55 yards rushing. Kirk can't do that. Kirk can barely throw it right now. Kirk is dead man walking. He's not that guy that torched him last year.
No, I agree with you there. I mean, his legs aren't moving, but and I mean Drake London's out too, right? So it's a main weapon that he's not going to have. Kyle Pitts is questionable. I don't think he was in the walkthrough today. So if they're missing weapons like that, it'll definitely be harder. But in the same time, it's like, dude, the Buccaneers are just playing awful football right now. So -4.5 could be tough to cover. Panthers Saints, I think, is a great pick. I think the Panthers can actually play defense, unlike the Buccaneers. So they'll probably just shut Tyler Shuck down and get a couple points. I don't think it'll be a high-scoring game, but they should limit them to under 2 touchdowns. So that should be enough.
Panthers are actually pretty good.
Yeah, honestly, unless Bryce Young just comes out and shits the bed, they should comfortably cover that. Cardinals Texans is an interesting one, but I agree with you in the sense that it's a large number, and the Texans' offense is okay. It's kind of
classic come down here too. They just beat the Chiefs.
Yeah,
I don't playoff loss.
I don't know. The Cardinals are just such a weird, tricky team to kind of predict, but Jacoby Brissett just seems to be decent enough every week, So I think that he'll be able to put a couple points on the board, and the Texans shouldn't, blow them out of the water. Packers Denver, I like it. I think the Packers will come in to Denver and win this game as well. They look good. Denver looks due for a loss as well, and it should be close. So even if they, lose, they might be able to cover the 2.5.
Eli, what are we working with here?
Usually I come into these and I'm just like, what are we doing? What is this? What is this board, the Sunday spread I'm reading? Joel picks the baitest games ever, some sort of Giants over commies he would probably have in here for sure. Some weird thing like that. But all of these actually look pretty tasty, Lucas. I will say.
Okay.
These make sense to me. I have some hesitations. I lean with Rain on the Tampa one. I also think that Bengals one could go either way. But hey, Joe Burrow looked good against the against the Bills last week in the snow. He looked amazing. Other than the picks at the end, but I could definitely see him winning there. I think it's just Tampa that I'm sketched out about, man. That's the only one.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty confident. I'm more confident in Tampa than I am Cincinnati, just because Cincinnati's defense is so bad. Did you see that 4th down play? Allen just standing there. There is no one getting even remotely close, and he's just yeah, okay. Who you? Hell with it, touchdown. It's
hell with it.
They're so bad. Like, fire everyone, the GM, fire the coach. Like, it's just disgusting.
True. And also one more thing about the Falcons too. The Seahawks just put belt to ass on them this previous week. That was embarrassing performance by the Falcons. Yes, you got Kirk there, but that Seahawks defense just swarmed them. They had no answer. So I think that Tampa defense is much more vulnerable than the Seahawks. And Bijan's going to get open. He's going to break free a couple big runs, and he could be a game changer in that game. That's also something to keep in mind.
Falcons are just bad. We thought they would be a lot better than this. We thought maybe they could compete for the division a little bit, but no, they're just way worse than they're going to be.
One thing about the Broncos-Packers game is that it's never a good feeling toying with like a team that's as good as Denver, but at the same time, the Packers do look good in your defense. You know, that's like again another thing where I'm like, do we want to go against the hottest team in the NFL at home? But at the same time, I don't hate it. Like I said,
like I don't like betting against that defense, but I love betting against Bo Nix.
I mean, he's got a pretty good record this year, but
in the fourth quarter.
They won 10 straight, but it's all one score.
Yeah, the Raiders game and the Commanders game was super sus. You know, I'm with you there.
The only teams they beat by 2 scores: Cincinnati, whose defense is horrific and Burrow wasn't there, and Dallas, 44-24. And Dak just had an off game, and their defense also terrible. Packers defense really, really good. So what they do well travels, which I like. Okay, Eli, it's long shot parlay time. And another 3 for 6. Dolphins over Jets. They slaughtered them. Lovely. Seahawks over Falcons. Yep, easy peasy. Bucks over New Orleans. Okay, covered that. Shuck got it done. Ravens over Steelers. Did not appreciate that one as much, but I still picked the Ravens to win. Commanders. That was pissing me off. I was like, man, I'm going to pick the Commanders too. And I was like, the only way the Vikings win is if it's just some weird football thing where Mariota looks great one week and the next week's just terrible. And that's exactly what happened.
It was Jaden Daniels.
Oh, yeah, it was Jaden Daniels. Yeah, that's even worse, actually, because he came
And then
back.
Mariota came in, too, I think.
This is
at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels got re-injured.
Yeah.
Then you had Chiefs over Texans. The Chiefs just can't get it done. They're just not very good. So this week, let's bounce back. Eli's 6-team long shot parlay. What do we got?
$10 to win 92. When this comes home, you can take your girlfriend on a trip to Ibiza. All right. Let's get into this one. First leg. We're starting off Thursday night football. The Bucks over the Falcons. Yes, I was hesitant on that. On the spread, Lucas, on the spread. This is going to be a close game. What do we know about Baker for the first half of the season? He wins these games. On the ground. He's got great scrambling ability. And against Kirk Cousins, when it comes down to a tight situation at the end of the game, I'm trusting the Bucks on this one. It's going to be a sketchy one, but I like the Bucks. Next, we're going to the Bills over the Pats. Josh Allen has been doing some incredible things in these past few weeks. He's putting his team on his back pretty much. And the Bills lost the first game to the Pats, but I don't think they're going to get swept this season. I think this is a spot where the Bills prove that they are for real. And it's a massive game for them. I think they have to get it done, and they will get it done. Third leg, the Giants over the Commanders. We were just talking about how weird that Commanders team is. I'm really high on Jackson Dart this season. Everything I've seen from him is superstar level play, and the team around him isn't bad at all. They've got a good O-line. They've got a good defense, and I like Jackson Dart to get it done over Mariota or Daniels. Next, Eagles over the Raiders. Eagles have been in a little bit of a tire fire lately. It's been hard to watch them after that 4-pick performance Hurts had. I didn't like that. But against the Raiders, come on, guys. The Eagles are going to bounce back here. There's no way Hurts has a horrific performance again. They have to bounce back. Next, Cowboys over the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. I don't trust 9. I don't trust them, nor does most of the football community. And that Cowboys team, they're needing a bounce back win here. I think their playoff odds plummet if they lose this game. So another must-win team here, pretty much. Going for a lot of those in this parlay. And then lastly, the Steelers over the Dolphins. The Steelers are going to break that 4-win streak for the Dolphins. The Dolphins, yeah, they've been stringing together some wins, but I don't trust it. And Steelers are whatever. They're hard to predict. But hey, if Aaron Rodgers has another game like he did this last week, I'm taking the Steelers, and I'm betting that he does over that shit Dolphins defense. Monday Night Football, we're taking it home. What do you think?
My gut tells me when I look at this that this is okay. That probably means it's terrible. I gotta be honest.
You loved mine last week, and I went 3 for 6.
Exactly. So now that I only think it's okay, you're gonna go like 2 for 6. I like the Bucks obviously over the Falcons. Bills over Pats I hate. That's a 50-50. No idea. Don't like it at all. Giants over Commies. Hate that. Hate that. No idea.
Really?
Yep. No clue who's gonna win that. Eagles over Raiders. Fine. Yeah. Kenny Pickett. He sucks. Eagles. Are they gonna lose 4 straight? Time for them to get it back together just a little bit here. So they win. Dallas over Minnesota. Fine. All right. Thing is, Dallas could lose to anyone at any time because their defense sucks. They've been playing better of late, but okay, I'll take Dallas here. And Steelers over Dolphins, I do like, because the Dolphins, they're in a win streak, but it's, you look at that schedule, who they've been beating. It's Fugazi, it's HN or bust, you know. And I don't like Steelers defense at all. But Monday Night Football, you can't trust Tua in a big spot. He's gonna piss down his leg. So just shut down HN. Tua's going to freak out, turn the ball over. Steelers win. I do like 3 of these picks. And I guess some of the coin flip ones could go your way, but I don't like it.
Looking at my options this week, there were so many blowout game or like just crazy spread games. It's it was a weird one.
Niners are huge favorites. Seattle's a huge favorite. The Jags are huge favorites.
Right?
Texans, the Bears. You took the Eagles; they're a massive favorite. Yeah, it's not great. Rams, Lions, you didn't want to touch. Fair enough. Panthers, though, you could put Panthers in here. I think that would have been nice. But anyway.
Yeah, I like your whole thought process here, Eli. I like where your head's at, thinking about teams that have to come in and win this game at this point in the season. Problem is, it doesn't always pan out that way, and there's a couple teams in here that give me the heebie-jeebies. You know, the Bucks Falcons. I do like the Bucks to win this game. I think it's not an I think thing at this point. The Panthers are breathing down the Bucks' necks. They need to win this game, and I think they will get it done. In the beginning of the season, you mentioned Baker was a savage. He was playing so well, but at the end of the day, they were just, eking out these wins. So that's why I'm skeptical about the spread, but I do like the money line pick. Bills, Pats, it's not pretty, but I'm with you there too. I think the Bills are an experienced, winning team, playoff team, and they very well could get it done. On the road, it's going to be tough, but Josh Allen, I don't think he's going to drop to a divisional rival like the Patriots. I think he'll be able to get it done.
Yeah.
Giants, Commies, I like it too. I'm here for it. I'm a fan of that pick. I like Jackson Dart a lot. You got Jane Daniels, I believe, is going to be out again, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be Mariota. Jackson Dart finds a way to put points up on the board. A lot of points too. I mean, this guy is, I think, 18-3 for total touchdowns to picks this year. I think he has like 4 or maybe 5 or 6 rushing touchdowns with 13 passing touchdowns. I mean, he's just playing good football when he's on the field. It doesn't really matter who he has out there with him. He uses his legs when he needs to and can throw the ball pretty accurately. They almost went out and beat the Broncos. I mean, that game was a complete heartbreaker, right? So the Giants, I love that pick. Eagles over Raiders is a gimme. If the Eagles lose this game, they are absolute frauds and should fire the entire staff and trade Jalen Hurts. So I like that.
I agree with all of that. Fire Hurts thing.
Cowboys over the Vikings. Again, it's a must-win for the Cowboys. They have to stay alive. 9, I'm not a big fan of, but the Vikings defense could make it interesting. And if CeeDee Lamb doesn't play, he's going through concussion protocol right now. Could be a little bit closer than you think, but all in all, I don't hate it. Steelers over Dolphins. Interesting. The Dolphins defense is not as ass as you're saying it is. They're actually turning a bit of a corner, especially recently, and they could give them some trouble. I mean, the Steelers defense their defense is kind of ass, Yes. Tua, it's hard to trust a guy like that. And with the Steelers at home, I like it as well. And they're in that scenario as well where, they're fighting the Ravens for the division right now. So I don't hate any of these picks at all. I think you maybe could have swapped 2 of them for. I really like the Panthers over the Saints, like Lucas said. I also think the Chiefs will go out and win this game. It's kind of on brand with what you were saying in these must-win scenarios. And with the Chiefs dropping the first game of the season to the Chargers, I think that Patrick Mahomes won't let it happen at home. He's going to do all he can and win that game. So, maybe you could swap the Bills Pats for one of those. Maybe the Bucks Falcons, because like we were talking about, it's going to be the Bucks have just been so bad and so hard to trust them. But honestly, other than that, I'm with you here. I do like these picks.
Okay. Copy that. Yeah. Listen, I just don't see the Bills getting swept. I know that's your biggest one, Lucas, and I just don't see it happening. You really think the Pats are going to sweep?
I will probably pick the Pats to win.
Okay. Buffalo's 1.5-point favorites right now.
Yeah.
Vegas thinks they're going to win.
The thing is, the Pats, there's no weakness,
Buffalo will find a way to expose it.
Their only weakness
will find it.
Their only weakness is youth, and I feel like that can rear its head in the playoffs more than anything. But this is not the playoffs yet, so I don't know. Like they don't turn the ball over, they throw it well, they run it well, they stop the run, which is the Bills' strength. Like it's gonna have to be Allen. That one's just really sketch one. Rain loves it. Okay,
I like it.
Let's go.
The Bills Pats is going to be a crazy, unpredictable game, but
very excited for that.
I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear your thought process.
Yeah,
so down for that game. Okay, it is now time for the Almost Sunday touchdown parlay, colloquially known as the ASTDP, and we're coming off an absolute banger of a hit last week. Eli JSN, boom, he got 2. I picked Josh Jacobs, Joel on H-Han. We hit 10 pays 40. Okay, nothing crazy, but it's 4 times your bet. Okay, like it, I love it. This week, I'm going to kick us off here. I'm going with Trey McBride against the Houston Texans. I know. You shouldn't pick someone against the Houston Texans defense. I'm the guy who says they're the best. McBride is filthy, though. I'm pretty sure he leads the entire league. No, he's tied now, I believe, with Puka in receptions. He's that good. He's nasty. I think if anyone is going to score for the Cardinals, and I do think they'll score a little bit, got a sleepy Houston team here, I think McBride is going to get it done. Who loves it?
It's sketchy.
Don't worry about that.
But he is amazing. I think he is the number 1 tight end this year. I think pretty unanimously at this point.
He didn't score last week.
I like it for that fact, and he gets a lot of volume, and he's got a good connection with Jacoby. But come on, man, you couldn't have picked any other player, not against Houston.
I'm juicing
that was your
here,
concern. That exact logic
here.
Was your concern about my game of touchdowns pick.
Yeah, but
that Denver defense, right?
Watson. It's also Watson. I know.
Watson's, like I said, 5 touchdowns in the last 4 games.
Also,
does that mean anything to you?
No. Also, McBride. McBride doesn't rely on some long bomb TD like Watson does. You could get it from anywhere.
Watson does it all. He's been proving that lately.
Okay. Rain, who you got? Who you picking?
About the McBride pick, I mean, it's interesting, going up against the top defense in the league is going to be really tough. But I hear you out on McBride just being such a beast that he's almost uncoverable for a lot of teams. He's been proven that week to week. If we're talking receptions or yards, I love it. Touchdown, it's just going to be who gets the one or maybe 2 touchdowns for the Cardinals this week. I don't hate it. Can we talk about how Kyler Murray went a full season with Trey McBride and McBride finished with 0 touchdowns on the year? That is like, he deserves an award for being
special.
Absolute dog.
Yeah.
That's like borderline impressive from Kyler Murray to not use this guy like he should have been used.
People forget Kyler Murray made Larry Fitzgerald retire. Larry was like, fuck this. I played with 12 different quarterbacks who've thrown me touchdown passes. Now I got Kyler and doesn't do shit.
Yeah, no.
Fitzgerald just quietly was like, I'm done.
It's officially time for Kyler to move on to the MLB. He's done with NFL. All right. He was like a top prospect in MLB. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, it doesn't work in the NFL. He will never, ever make a Super Bowl, let alone win one.
I don't hate that take, Eli. I mean, MLB's an old man's game. He's still got a lot of time left on the clock to come in and make an impact.
Exactly.
Teams are dying for a shortstop. He can fill that gap. But for me, I'm riding the tight end wave. I'm going to go with Mark Andrews against the Cincinnati Bengals. Mark Andrews catches touchdowns better than a lot of players in the NFL. I mean, he's a very consistent touchdown guy. He's been off the score sheet for a couple weeks now, but he was on a nice little streak. Lamar loves him. This is the highest total over-under of the week in the Bengals-Ravens game. So going to be a lot of points on the board. I like Andrews to snap this little cold streak he's on and get into the end zone.
I like it. But Andrews is weird. He's streaky. Just a little side note. I can't believe they signed him to a 3-year extension.
I know, that was weird. With Likely especially.
Yeah, but, so Likely's going to walk in all likelihood.
All right.
Maybe, though. Like the Ravens are a team that does utilize the 2 tight ends, and Likely is one of those guys who's like kind of a half wide receiver, half tight end. I mean, he doesn't really split out wide a lot, but
they're Likely is going to go to Kansas City and replace Travis Kelce. I see it.
That would be dirty.
That would be dirty.
Oh my God, that's going to be such a nightmare for the league. But anyway, I do like the Mark Andrews pick. Cincinnati's defense is so bad. You could have picked Zay Flowers and liked it.
Yeah, little tidbit. I don't know if it's still true, but because the stats change every week. But I heard maybe a week or 2 ago that the Bengals have historically this season the worst ever defense against tight ends in fantasy football. So they just give up everything. Touchdowns, yards. It's going to be.
Did they get cooked last week too by Dawson Knox and friends?
Yeah. I think Knox
and Kincaid got in
for 50, and Kincaid got a touchdown. So
Knox has 93 yards, and Kincaid had 41 and a TD.
That's crazy.
Didn't the other tight end have a touchdown? The third string?
Third string had one.
Hawes had a touchdown.
Holy shit.
They cannot keep a tight end out of the end zone or just from having a decent game, or a monster game for the most part. So
holy, I like this Andrews pick more than mine.
I like the Andrews, but maybe you should have done Likely for even more value because they're both getting in as far as I'm concerned.
Seriously, I'm with you there.
No, but let's go. This is a good value parlay already. Let me end it off on a safe pick, guys. All right. I'm going with Josh Jacobs. Ever since Watson's been on fire lately, that run game has taken another. No, just listen, Lucas. That run game has been chugging along. They went through a rough patch there when Emmanuel Wilson was their lead guy, and then Jacobs coming back from injury. It was a little weird, but ever since that pass game has gotten a lot better, it's taken the pressure off, and Jacobs is just finding his way into the end zone every game. He's going to do it again, especially against Denver. They're going to need him the most. It's going to be like a nice little 5-yard carry. He's going to punch it in. He's an amazing running back.
So let me get this straight. You're taking Watson against Denver's defense, and you're also taking Josh Jacobs against Denver.
It'll be a nice game. You think the Packers are going to win, right?
But you're picking, yeah, I do. But so you're picking two guys
Okay.
against
think
the second best defense in the league.
They don't scare me, man. I'm not a bitch-made boy.
Well, that might not be true. But,
Rain.
Sorry. All right. Sorry. Let me back you up.
I do think I like Jacobs. Don't get me wrong. I just don't like your logic of picking two guys to score against Denver.
Just focus on the ASTDP. You're too zoomed out right now. Zoom in.
Right. Minus 135 or something too. So it's pretty good.
No, yeah. The fact that Watson and Jacobs are like kind of close in value is kind of crazy for me because, I agreed with you. I think the Packers have a very solid chance of winning this game. And if they're going to get points on the board, I think it probably will come through Jacobs. The guy went on like a 12-game touchdown streak last year or something ridiculous. This guy gets into the end zone, just like Mark Andrews, just like McBride. Like these guys get into the end zone a lot, and they prove it. And I do think that the Packers will put up some points, and it'll probably be via Josh Jacobs on the ground. I think I agree with it.
He has to.
Okay.
This is a good value 3-touchdown parlay too. I was looking it up.
10 to win 101. I just checked.
Yeah.
As well.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No, it's
those tight ends juice it. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm confident on this one too. I like it.
I like it a lot. Yeah, both tight ends are obviously plus money. Let's rock and roll here. Josh Jacobs, Trey McBride, Mark Andrews. Lock that in. Okay. It is time for Luke's list. My tier list. It's weird, man. It's weird. Some teams are shitting the bed. Okay. It's looking frisky for some of them. Okay, starting at the bottom. Eliminated. Got some new teams. All these teams are literally mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Got the Giants, Titans, Raiders, Saints, Cardinals, new additions of Falcons and Washington, and then you have the Browns and Jets. All mathematically eliminated, though. Cam Ward, I like Cam Ward. Frisky shitters. Dolphins and Vikings. The Vikings, okay. They beat Washington. Washington sucks, and JJ McCarthy sucks. But they're frisky. Their coaching is too good not to be. You can't ever walk into a game thinking you're going to blow the team out. They beat the Lions. Like, they're a frisky bunch. Miami on a win streak, just riding Devon Achan's coattails. He's getting it done for them. He's an absolute superstar, one of the best running backs in the league. Tua over this win streak, not been very good at all, and that's being nice. Next year, season over. The Colts. They dropped several tiers from last week because Daniel Jones is done for the season, and I thought that pumpkin would sprout come playoff time, but hey, it got hurt. Respect to the guy. Their season's over. They're bringing. How old is Phillip Rivers? Like 45. I don't even know. I think that is borderline dangerous, and I would stop it if I were the 44 years old. He's gonna die. Someone on Seattle is going to take his life, and that's going to be very sad because he has a lot of children. Next year, the AFC North sucks. Steelers, Ravens, Bengals. I don't care that Pittsburgh just beat the Ravens. Like, I did think that likely catch in the end zone. I thought that was a touchdown. But, okay, whatever. Ravens suck anyway. Lamar doesn't look like himself. The Bengals are not eliminated. They needed to win that game against Buffalo. Burrow, like I said earlier, uncharacteristic, bad plays to lose it. But yeah, this division, going into it this year, none of us would have been like, oh, this division's trash. It's trash. AFC North sucks. The Panthers, I don't know what to do with these guys. They're so weird. Like, I feel like they should be a lot worse than they are, but they're just somehow getting things done. I don't really get it. Well, actually, I do get it. They're just running the ball a shit ton. They're on a bye week, and off a bye, they have the Saints. So I do think they're going to win another game here, not getting swept. Next year, this is sad. Super Bowl teams from last year, they're both dropping. Serious trouble. Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Chiefs just can't get out of... Neither of these teams can get out of their own way. I legitimately think the Eagles have the best roster in the NFL. And I look at roster different. When people say roster, they always mean like everything but the quarterback. I mean the quarterback as well. He has been absolutely fantastic in the playoffs, but this new coordinator is a disaster. Now, I'm not blaming him for last game. against the Chargers. Hurts was just flat out terrible. So was A.J. Brown, by the way. Dropped a touchdown, then drops another pass that leads to one of Hurts's 4 picks. Just brutal. Just absolutely brutal. And then everyone knows this about Jalen Hurts as well, and this is really bad. And this is what goes to Tom Brady about they don't develop quarterbacks properly anymore. Just play zone against Philly, and Hurts numbers drop massively, especially since they cannot run the ball to save their lives. I know Saquon had a big run last week. It doesn't happen. They've been terrible at running the ball this year, and you can't run defenses out of zone if you can't get any movement whatsoever. The Eagles have dropped quite a bit, and the Chiefs, they could still make the playoffs, but they need Chargers to collapse badly. And the Eagles, dude, they might lose their division flat out. They're collapsing. Playoff rematch, Jaguars and Chargers. We all remember, massive lead for the Chargers, everyone's poster child, Justin Herbert, who comes back, T-Law, laying it down in the second half. Insane comeback, beat the Chargers, and everyone, oh my God, the coaching. Oh, couldn't have been Herbert's fault. How many points did he score in the second half? 3? Very good. By the way, they also played this year, and the Chargers were demolished. And we might be looking at a playoff rematch between these two guys. Next year, surprisingly questionable divisions. For Dallas, it's very interesting because they're actually coming back because the Eagles just keep losing games. 3-game slide. Dallas could actually put things together. I think Dallas is feeling way better about themselves right now than the Eagles are. And Tampa, weirdly, close division race with the Panthers. Panthers are hot in their heels, so surprisingly questionable divisions. I do like both of these teams on offense. On defense, not so much. Next year, can easily win a playoff game. Lions, 49ers, Texans, and Bears. I dropped the Niners a little bit just because I couldn't have them on a tier above the Lions. I just don't see it. I like the Lions better. Texans have been on the rise. Is there any hotter team in the NFL right now than the Houston Texans? I don't know. They're killing everyone. That defense is absolutely filthy. So they're climbing. Bears had to drop, obviously, after the Packers lost. It was a good game. They couldn't quite cover that spread, which hurt me a lot. Costing me a point and upset alert. But, hey, what? Caleb looked good. In the cold, too. He's got an absolute cannon for an arm. That travels well. If you're hosting a game in Chicago, it's going to be ice cold. They run the ball well. Love Ben Johnson, but they had to drop after because these other teams I just think are in a different class. Next year, now or never, Bills and Broncos. The AFC is wide open, guys. Wide open. And we're looking at AFC that probably doesn't have the Chiefs. Not going to have Lamar Jackson. It's not going to have Burrow, Mahomes. It is now for the Bills and the Broncos. Because the Broncos, they're not going to be competitive like this every year. They're going to have to pay Bo Nix eventually. Right now, they have an absolute killer defense. They have good weapons. So if they're ever going to do anything with all that, it's now. For the Buffalo Bills, listen, Daddy's not home. Daddy's not home. You can win in the playoffs now. You're not going to be handcuffed. You're not going to be choking to the Chiefs. You can get this done, and you have to. Because if you don't win now, Josh Allen, when are you going to win? Got to be now. Get it together. I know everyone likes to pretend, oh, my God, they have no help. Oh, God, James Cook doesn't exist, I guess. Run the ball. Don't turn it over. You guys can easily get to and win the Super Bowl. Next year, don't kill Phillip. Seattle. Just don't. Okay? Be nice. Phillip Rivers is a nice man. Don't hurt him. Don't hurt him, all right? He deserves to live, I'd say. But that defense is absolutely deadly. I might hammer this spread. They're like 13.5-point favorites. They are going to slaughter the Colts. It's going to be brutal. But don't kill Phillip. Don't do it. Okay. Top of the tier list. Welcome, Green Bay. The Packers rise. I have kind of been sour on this team the whole season. Even after they swept the Lions, I was like, okay, if this is the Packers, if this is actually that team, then they can compete for a Super Bowl. But I don't know if they are. Then they look good against the Bears, too, and the Bears are really good. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of Green Bay. The return of some wide receivers has really opened up that offense. Why does Jordan Love always play better later in the season? Very strange. You do not want to go to Green Bay in the playoffs. That is brutal. Their defense is absolutely killer on top of everything. So they're going to be feeding Jacobs. That defense can be feasting. So they join the Rams and the Patriots at the top of the tiers. Eli, we'll start with you. I know you're probably going to want me to move the Seahawks up. Because, oh my God, look at everything they're doing. I love their team. They have a loaded team. Sam Darnold's been a little weird recently, but they stay where they are. What do you love?
Let me start with what I hate. Right off the top, the Packers don't deserve to be on the same tier with the Rams and the Patriots. Move them down one with Seattle. They're on Seattle's level, all right? The Patriots are just consistent. They're so solid. There's nothing wrong with them. The Rams have the best offense in the league. They're an absolute juggernaut right now. And the Packers, we've seen their inconsistencies all season long. You don't know what Jordan Love you're getting from game to game. But with Drake May, he has been a rock. You know what you're getting with him. That offense in the Packers, they can get shut down. We've seen it. The Browns did it at the beginning of the season. And yeah, that was a while ago. But still, I think the Patriots are a better team at this point.
They're just too good. They're too well-rounded. If this is going to be the Packers going forward, then I think they can play with anybody that includes the Rams.
I think if they beat the Broncos this week, then they're on that one tier, which we all think they are going to do. But I got to see that first, man. I got to see it first.
It's an all-encompassing list. Even if they lost to Denver, I wouldn't think Denver's better than them.
All right.
Unless, they slaughter them, but I just don't see that happening.
You really think the Packers are on the same level as the Patriots and the Rams? I just can't. I don't understand that.
What's their weakness?
Inconsistency. Jordan Love, he has duds of games.
2 weeks in a row. Now that the band's back together, man. The band's back together.
But I don't trust the band. The drummer is going to overdose one of these nights. I can just feel it.
No.
Little drummer boy. It's time. That. It's almost Christmas time.
No. You're gonna crush teams, man. They're really good everywhere. That's nothing not to like here. Also, Jordan Love in the playoffs. I've seen him go to Dallas as a 7th seed, absolutely kick their ass.
So Jordan Love's been in the playoffs 3 times in his career. 1 time was a big dud. The other time, all right. And then he had 1 very, very good start in the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. We don't know what version you're going to get from him. You don't.
They got smashed last year against Philly, who went on to smash everyone. Just who cares?
He didn't look great.
He didn't look great, but also no one did against Philly. No one.
The Rams did.
Closest was Stafford, yeah. But they were also fumbling and bumbling because hot LA team, no play in snow.
Fair, man.
What else?
And then I don't have many problems going down. The biggest glaring one midway through here, the Chiefs, man. Drop them lower. Drop them 1, 2, even 3 tiers lower, I mean. Put them with the Colts. Their season is over. They have to win out, man. They have to win out. And if you look at their schedule, they have 1 game. I think that they just can't do it, man. They can't do it. They're not going to win out. We've seen how inconsistent this offense is. They're not the same Chiefs. I don't trust them to string together a 3-game win streak.
I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to do it.
No way, man. They're done.
I think they're going to be a 10-win team, and we'll see what happens with the Chargers. They could sneak in. But
they play the Broncos on Christmas. They're losing to the Broncos. I guarantee you that.
No, they're not getting swept by Denver. It's in Kansas City as well. I'll take the Chiefs. I think they're going to win their next 4.
But that has a lot. Even if they do win, even if they
2-3 tiers already from
even if they do win the next 4, a lot has to go right for them to still make it into the playoffs. Like the odds are really against them right now. You have to drop them for that.
They actually don't need that much. I'll tell you, all they need is they need to beat the Chargers obviously this week, which will give the Chargers another loss, obviously, because that's who they need to collapse. And then they need Denver to beat the Chargers in the last week of the season. That's it. That's all they need. And win out, obviously.
Chargers are no easy team. Herbert is
they're not guy. Easy. They're not an easy team. Okay, relax with Herbert. They're not an easy team, but I do think the Chiefs can do it. They definitely do. And it's not that far-fetched at all. It really isn't.
It's pretty far-fetched.
It's not, man. 10-7. Their 10-7 is better than the Chargers' 10-7. If Denver beats the Chargers. That's like the head-to-head matchups.
They're broken, man. I just think the Chiefs are broken right now.
What's the tiebreak on that if the Chargers and Chiefs both finish 10-7?
I think is
it divisional?
It's either divisional or it's conference, I believe. But because I know specifically it has to be Denver that beats the Chargers.
Right.
So maybe it's also like there's also some crazy things where it's like the same teams that you have played. If you beat them and then the other team loses, it's all has some crazy effect.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see. But I dropped the Chiefs a lot, man. I'm not going to drop them. You want them below the Panthers? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, the Panthers have the division lead right now.
Not doing
No, they don't, but they're tied for it.
They pretty much do.
The Bucks have it. The playoffs start today. Bucks are in. But anyway. Okay, Rain?
I've highlighted two teams here that Eli already talked about, and I completely agree with one of them and completely disagree with the other. The Packers, I'm on the same page. I don't think they're on the same tier or deserve to be on the same tier as the Rams or Patriots. On the same wavelength as Eli there. I don't think they've shown the consistency yet. Too many times throughout the year, you're like, oh my God, Micah Parsons on this defense, they're killer. Then they come up against a good defense or an elite or a good offense, elite offense, and they're giving up points. You know, they gave up 40 to the Cowboys in that tie game shootout. A couple other games you can point out where the defense doesn't look as elite as it has in other weeks. And the offense, same thing. I mean, Jordan Love's obviously solid and he's playing mistake-free right now, but at the same time, it's like, how much do I trust him over what the Rams and Patriots have from top to bottom? Moving down to the Chiefs, I disagree. I think that the win out and the playoff appearance is still super possible. And maybe that's, us just expecting it from the Chiefs at this point. We're like, oh yeah, they're going to find a way to do it. They always do. And it has been a nightmare year for them. Maybe it's, the Rashee Rice karma. People thought he should have been suspended like a full year or something like that, coming back to bite them in the ass. But I think that it's completely possible. When you look at these last four games, the Chargers have the Chiefs, Cowboys, Texans, and Broncos.
Brutal.
And without Joe Alt, this Chargers team has not looked good. Don't try and tell me that this Chargers team deserved to beat the Eagles on Monday, because they played awful as well. Even the turnovers forced, was it good defense, or was it Jalen Hurts throwing directly at a guy standing there? I mean, it didn't look good. Justin Herbert got sacked 7 times.
I give him credit for the last turnover. The nice little tip drill.
Sure, 100%. But the Eagles are also a mess right now. I am way more concerned for the Eagles, surprisingly, and they have the division lead and look like they're going to keep it. The Eagles have a greater chance of making the playoffs. We know that. But if the Chiefs and Eagles make the playoffs, I have way more faith that the Chiefs go further. I think they deserve to be bumped up. I think they're a better team than the Jaguars and the Chargers without Joe Alt. I think they're better than both of those teams. I know it's not really a tier list on, exactly who's better. They're kind of just being grouped, but Bucks and Dallas as well. I know Dallas beat the Chiefs, but if it really came down to it,
and Chargers.
It's true. But if it really came down to it, and with the Chiefs, at full strength, I think that the Chiefs are just a better team, and I would put more faith in them than the teams above them. The last team I highlighted was the Broncos here. I think they're being sold a little short. I think they're right there with the Packers, who I bumped down in Seattle. They're a serious team, very good defense. Sean Payton's got them moving at full force right now. The team can move the ball through the air and on the ground. Bo Nix isn't the number one quarterback that I would want on my team going into the playoffs, but
really,
he's also not bad. I mean, he hasn't really done anything where I'm like, oh man, that's brutal. A game here and there for sure, but all in all, this team looks really solid. I can't really look at the Packers and the Seahawks and think oh, well, they do this way better than the Broncos. I think the Broncos have, them and Seattle are really battling for who has the better defense, but I would probably give the edge to the Broncos, honestly.
Yes.
And Sean Payton's a really solid coach. So I would put the Packers the Seahawks and the Broncos in the same tier, bump the Chiefs up, and that's it. I mean, when you go down with these tiers down here, it's week 15. We know which teams are shit.
Yes.
These guys aren't going to pull anything out of the hat, to surprise us. All these down here, I completely agree with.
Here's the thing about the Broncos. Say I move them up, they're now ahead of the Bills. Say the playoffs start today and the Buffalo Bills are traveling to Denver. I think they're going to be the favorite in that game.
I don't. They played last year in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
And the Bills smoked them. Yeah,
and they had a really good defense last year. I can't move the Broncos. I would take the Josh Allen to go into Denver and beat.
Almost for that reason though. It's kind of like it's good. It's good juju. It's good mojo for the Broncos to come into that game at home now, because last year was in Buffalo, and being like, we're not the same team as last year. We're going to beat these guys.
Yeah. Also,
I would not be shocked if the Broncos won that game.
I would be shocked just because we've seen Houston. We've seen Houston beat Buffalo. That defense going nuts on Josh Allen, sacking him 8 times, and they ran pretty well with Woody Marks. Nothing crazy. They ran decently well. The Broncos, their run game just leaves a bit to be desired for me. I love the pass schemes. It seems like someone's always running wide open. Now, if Bo Nix hits them or not, that's another story. But they're always someone is wide open because of whatever Sean Payton's cooking up in the lab. But in the run game, it's stale. I feel like they don't run it enough. He had 38 passing attempts against the Raiders. I don't like that. They need to be a run first team.
The run game definitely looked better with J.K. Dobbins in the lineup, and I don't think R.J. Harvey is kind of built like that to sustain that much volume.
Yes, but, definitely.
I mean, man, the Bills are I have nothing against them really, but just them as an organization and how they've been going about things these last few years with this Josh Allen era, it's just so annoying to me. I think they just make the wrong move after wrong move, and then that's from a management standpoint. I think Josh Allen's been dying to get a number 1 receiver his whole time here in Buffalo after Stephon Diggs left.
They did,
after Diggs left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
and not his whole time here, but since then it was why would you do that? It just felt like they were copying Kansas City. And they just ended up being Kansas City's little bro. We'll get rid of Tyreek Hill. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. We're going to get rid of Stephon Diggs. Because the Chiefs are good,
We're going to trade with the Chiefs and watch them take Xavier Worthy, and we're going to take Keon Coleman.
Yeah, they just
maybe don't trade with the Chiefs who
they
fucking piece you up every playoff seat.
Their management, you're right on. They definitely have been very poor with their assets and just building a proper team around Allen. It's Superman Allen ball, which they haven't won in the past, but easier road to the
That's also what they want.
Now.
But they want Allen unleashed, but when it doesn't work, they're like, well, what is he supposed to do? And I'm like,
yeah.
This is what you want?
They're so content being this oddball wannabe Chief setup, and it's man, just make your own successful team, have an original thought for once. Just do something on your own. You guys are super talented. You've had a lot of good players coming in and out of the franchise over the last few years. Keep the ones that are making it work and improve on it. It just seems that they're kind of just the same team every year, no matter what they do. And I have such an issue with them. That's why I'm not believing in them to go to the Super Bowl.
I'm believing just because there's no one else around. The Patriots, obviously. But
I hear you. If there was a year, it'd be this year. But it's just so unfortunate that they don't seem any more suited to do it this year than in years past.
You never want to go into the playoffs, and the number 1 knock on your team is we can't stop the run, because that's what everyone wants to do in the playoffs. It's cold. It's fucking windy. Everyone wants to run it.
I'm not telling them to be the Eagles, but I mean, the Eagles saw their opportunity and they bought in, and they used the draft picks that they've accrued over years past, and they go out and trade for guys. They're aggressive, and I just like to see that a little more from the Bills.
Okay, they brought back Gabe Davis.
Yeah, seriously, it's like, oh yeah, Amari Cooper, 34 years old. Like
They needed to keep Matt Collins, man.
Use him.
They
you
brought
see
in
Matt Collins on the Patriots. He's like popping off this season. It's like,
guys,
you could have used him.
Guys coming into the stadium barefoot and dropping 80 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go and get Darius Slay, and Darius Slay is like, you know what? I'm good, bro.
the coward.
Yeah, he pulled the coward.
We're all good here.
I'm good, bro. Just retires. Like, what? It's not like he got traded for by like the Panthers, you know? It's the Buffalo Bills. He's like,
Darius Slay's like, well, it's cold as shit over there, and we're probably gonna win a playoff game and then lose to the Chiefs or something, you know? Like, I'm chilling.
He's like, I won the Super Bowl last year. I don't cut that dog. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to upset alert here. What did we do last week? All I know is I didn't hit. I took Bears plus 6.5. That was heartbreaking. They lost by 7, so I don't even get the point for the cover. Eli Bengals plus 5.5. I liked that pick. It was looking real good. You at least get the cover.
They had the lead for so long in that game. It was looking so good. And then that two interceptions in a row by Burrow. I was like, come on.
Yeah, it's like the football gods just reached down and were like, no.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. And Joel, who is just on this absolute heater of picking upsets, takes the Texans plus 3.5, and he gets more points. So Joel's at 33, you're at 26, I'm at 20. Season's getting away from me a little bit, so I'm going big game hunting here. And I've been alluding to this all night. The Texans are going to have a letdown spot here. Okay, huge game, primetime football against the Chiefs. They get it done. Grind through the muck sort of a game. Plus 9.5 are the Arizona Cardinals in Houston, Arizona. And Jacoby Brissett get it done. They get a couple turnovers, and they get this done. Cardinals win outright in Houston. I love it. That would be a 12.5 point swing for me.
You're a crazy bastard, man. That is a wild upset to pick. Like, did you see what the Rams did to them last week? They shoved them in a locker.
Yeah, that was actually insane.
But
the Rams are the best team in the league, man.
And Houston is pushing up there. They have the best defense in the league.
Sure do.
You're really gonna pick a team to beat the best defense in the league? That's just sketchy to me.
It was tough for me too. I'm the Houston guy, but hey, what are they gonna just win out? Like, what's going on here? You like it. You like it deep down.
I don't. I really hate that. I really hate that. Stroud is looking better and better each week too. Have you realized that?
Dude, he's got that dog in him. I'll tell you that. He got absolutely cranked on a play against the Chiefs. Next play comes back, throws it, completes a ball 3rd and 17 to smooth the chains, gets cranked again. I was like, wow. I was like, that is actually filthy.
It is puzzling that you're like this bullish on the Cards this week, but I love the confidence. That's what I'll say.
Trey McBride.
You're coming out here and you're being bold, which I definitely appreciate. And I don't know. I don't know if I love it or hate it. The Texans are like kind of really good, so it feels weird.
Yeah.
But the Cardinals would be that oddball team to just somehow cover this spread. I feel that. They're not like the Texans aren't invincible. That's one thing that you have to say.
They won 5 straight. It's time to let's kill this winning streak here, Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Get points.
It's possible.
It's ballsy.
It's possible.
You need a big one. So I get why it's not going to be an easy one. It's a greasy one. I get it.
It's greasier than me, Nan. We are in. Eli, what do you got?
All right. I need a lot of points as well. I'm not going big game hunting like you, but this is a decent spread to cover. I'm taking the Lions to cover 5.5 and outright win against the Rams. This Lions team, they just shit kicked the Cowboys. They shit kicked them. And I think that gave them a lot of confidence. I think the Rams, they're gettable. All right. We saw the Panthers beat the Rams. Who's to say the Lions can't beat the Rams? This Lions team is still really nice. I know they have a lot of injuries right now. But hey, Amon-Ra is playing. J-Mo is playing. Gibbs is the best running back in the league. Goff in a dome. He loves his dome, guys. Goff in his dome. Oh my goodness. So I'm taking the Lions. I'm taking the Lions.
I actually like it. Can't lie. I do like it. I definitely like them to cover 5.5. That's a crazy line. I don't know what Vegas knows that we don't.
Yeah.
And yeah, if the Rams have a weakness, their corners can get got. Their corners can definitely get got. So J-Mo, Amon-Ra, they could slice them up a little bit. So I like that. Rams too. What are they just going to win all the remaining games as well?
Yeah.
I do like a little come down spot here for the Rams. Make the 1 seed in the NFC interesting. I might pick that too.
Yeah, no, I like it as well. This is going to be my pick until you stole it from me, but that's okay. That's okay. That's okay, man. It's okay.
I wrote it down first. You could have wrote it down before me.
Don't worry about it, man. You can have it, buddy. You can have it. It's all you. It's an emotional game, obviously, with the Stafford and Goff thing. Everyone loves to watch this type of game. All I envision is this game resulting in a final drive for either team to win the game. I think it's going to be decided by 3 points either way, which is good for you. That's exactly what you want.
The Lions have won the last couple of these matchups against the Rams too.
Yeah, the Lions kind of have their number, and I mean the Rams they've shown vulnerability before against the Panthers, obviously most recently. Again, the Lions are a good team that can get it done when they're playing at their best. A lot of people, the Lions come out a lot of weeks and they play a game where after the game you're sitting there thinking like, are they like the best team in football? Like they do everything really well. Like the defense is solid. Aiden Hutchinson's a monster.
The defense is overrated to me though.
It's definitely
because
overrated.
They're always injured.
I mean, no, yeah. It's not definitely overrated. I think it's pretty damn good. But they're missing Brian Branch this week, which will be a big miss for them. But it's like I said, emotional game. Goff can get it done on the road in the dome, like he said. He loves his domes. We all know that.
Yeah, we do.
Other than that, it's there's nothing else to be said besides it's going to be a really highly contested game. Unless Goff has one of those games where he just plays like an absolute dingus and throws like 3 picks, that's the only way I can see this game getting out of hand the other way.
Jed versus coming for that ass.
Yeah. Well, it's possible. It's possible.
Okay, Ryan. So what did you go with after Eli selfishly stole your pick?
Yeah, I didn't. I was gonna take the Lions because I love it. I do love it. And I didn't want to be boring. I like the Bengals at home. I love taking a road dog, and the Bengals seem like a pretty good spot. You can go a couple other ways with the 1 point favorite, 2 point favorites like the Patriots at home. But let's get frisky. I took Justin Jefferson to score a Sunday Night Football touchdown. Cowboys defense is super sus. The Vikings defense is pretty good. They can give some teams some issues. So I'm taking the Vikings +6 on the road at the Cowboys Sunday night. Cowboys could be without CeeDee Lamb. He's going through concussion protocol. And J.J. McCarthy doesn't have to be Superman to put up points against the Cowboys. You can get it done on the ground. You can get it done through the air. And if they're able to put up like 24, 27 points, just chip away, get a touchdown here or there, I think the Vikings defense could make it tricky for them, especially if they're missing CeeDee Lamb. It's a spot that's not super attractive because you never want to bet on J.J. McCarthy, but 6 points is a number. It's a high number. It's a lot of points to cover for this Cowboys team that's not very good at stopping just about any offense.
I would like this a lot more if Aiden O'Connell would just turn around and run the ball more. If you just call more run plays, because
Aiden O'Connell?
Kevin O'Connell.
There's a lot of too many O'Connells in the league. Kevin O'Connell, call more run plays, please. JJ McCarthy sucks. Help out your crappy rookie quarterback. Run the ball. I don't want to see 9 coming out. I don't want to see any of that shit.
Mean mugging.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Establish the run, then you can get a wide open deep pass to Addison to Jefferson. But stop calling a deep throw every single play, please.
And the thing is, the Cowboys, they did like we were saying about the Bills earlier. Like the Cowboys were aggressive at least, and they were like 4-6, 4 or 5-1 or whatever at the deadline, and they went out and actually acquired some guys at the trade deadline. They got Quinnen Williams, they got Logan Wilson, they tried their best to bolster their defense as good as they could, So
and it worked. It worked,
and it worked.
It helped them instantly.
They look better. They got Overshone off the IR as well, who's kind of a monster linebacker.
He's been playing really well.
They're sneakily getting better on defense, but that pass defense is still. I mean, all of their defense is still not elite, and the Vikings could be riding this momentum. Maybe JJ, maybe 9 is turning the corner here. I'm not serious about that, but hey,
I think
against the Cowboys,
I think the Vikings are going to put up 9 points. I give them 3 field goals. All right, it's going to be fitting. And man, we saw the weeks when the Cowboys didn't have CD. Pickens turned into a number 1 wide receiver in the league. Like that offense didn't miss a beat, to be honest. So
the Vikings are pretty solid at stopping the wide receiver position. So if they're doubling up on Pickens,
you can't really stop Pickens though. He's almost matchup proof.
The Lions did a good job.
Yeah, the Lions did pretty well, and they don't have any elite corners.
That was a weird game for Pickens. He wasn't even trying.
Exactly.
He turned into a weird diva for the first time this season. Pittsburgh Pickens pulled up at that game, but I don't think that's going to happen in this game. This is must-win territory for Dallas. You think they're going to drop it to 9?
No, I don't think they're going to drop it, but to spank them by 7 points, I mean, I wouldn't be outright shocked, but it's a large number, and it's not a defense that you can trust.
Dallas is either going to slaughter them, or the Vikings are somehow going to pull off an upset. It's not going to be close for the Cowboys if they do win. Okay. So there you go. Minnesota against Dallas, Cardinals in Houston, and whatever Eli picked. What'd you pick?
Lions.
Yeah, that's probably your best bet. Okay.